The show continues.
The show
Nobody
continues.
expected it to, but there's another season. Whoops. Boy, I hope it lives up to the lofty expectations of last season, because it ended so well.
And in
You,
some
you
ways,
said, I just, like, at the time of recording, I just got off, like, just listening to a little bit of the previous review, because if you just uploaded it,
yeah.
and just like just the sort of foreboding, like, well, they did another season. I'm worried.
Yeah, I think I said something and it's like, I sure hope that the next season isn't just like, oh shit, we use up all of our good ideas in season two, now we have to come up with the new one. And, yeah,
Yeah, well, let's get to it.
let's just get to it before we. Yeah. Season 3, episode 1, I Am Legion.
Mm.
All of these titles are weird. But, yeah, so, this one, I guess it establishes the arc of this season pretty quickly. In that,
It does. We still have an arc. Yeah.
yeah, Lex breaks out of jail. He escapes. He phases through a wall thanks to the efforts of different supervillains.
What was he, the Key?
Yeah, Keymaster.
Mr. Key. I don't know.
Literally just Key. Okay, Doctor
Yeah.
Polaris and Key. But
Mm.
yeah, they get him out of there. He's doing this thing where, which I kind of like, where he's still talking to Brainiac, despite the fact that Brainiac is obviously dead,
Yeah.
still gone, and but he keeps like seeing him standing, like sitting. He's in a stolen security van or whatever, and he's like Brainiac's in the passenger seat, just talking to him occasionally. Like he kind
Yeah.
of
Yeah. So
shows
good.
up as just like illusions that Lex is having. But anyway, yeah, he
There's
gets
many examples of that I've seen.
yeah.
Like, I guess, like, probably the most relevant to this would be how the Joker appeared in Arkham Knight.
Oh
He's
yeah.
just kind of there. Yeah.
Oh
I mean, there's
yeah.
better examples than that, but hey, even on the DC thing.
Fair enough. Yeah, but he gets pulled through a wall basically to escape the police, and it turns out they're in like a swamp or some shit. It's some like Super Friends reference, I think. But
Mm.
yeah, it turns out that Grodd is there, and he has a new secret society. He has Secret Society Unlimited. I don't know what its
Yeah, pretty
official
much.
name is, but it's
I think it's just the new Secret Society, but yeah,
yeah,
conceptually it's basically Secret Society Unlimited. Like, it's kind of funny it took them 3 seasons to do this, but
yeah.
the Justice League got a massive like roster buff, so like, just, hey, why not do for the villains? I mean, it makes sense, right?
Yeah, so it has all of the villains are now grouped up together, except Batman villains.
Beat me to it.
Yeah, and he's just like, yeah, we're all just watching each other's backs, and then we all get a cut of the profit or whatever. And
Hmm.
Lex is like, sure, I guess. And Grodd's like, okay, but in order for us to allow you to join our new secret society, you gotta go and do a heist. Go steal
And like,
a MacGuffin for me.
the spear, yeah. But at first Luthor's like, that's cute. I don't care. But then, the idea is that he's too big of a player to just be out freelance. He says, so it makes sense. Kind of need Luthor, to play along with all this. So he basically Grodd blackmails him with a piece of Brainiac. He has like a rock
No,
that has
yeah, yeah.
Brainiac. And the idea is that potentially Luthor could reconstitute the entirety of Brainiac from this one piece. So he's pretty much blackmailing him. Well, is it blackmail or is it just persuasion? I don't know.
That's
Probably
just
just using
leverage,
the word
yeah.
blackmail.
There,
Yeah,
yeah.
I'm blackmailing him. I'm going to show you that you look Brainiac. I don't know.
It's just like you want this really bad, so here's
Yeah.
here's a deal. You join us, and you'll get this. So, but he has to also
Unfortunately,
prove
yeah,
himself in order to join. So
which is why this episode is not terribly interesting because it's just a pointless errand.
yeah, so he gets sent to go get a thing. I called him a guffin. It's not even that. It's just a fucking thing that Grodd wants. Like the entire. It's like kind of the gag at
There's
the
no
end.
point.
He's just
Yeah,
like, hey, I always wanted this. It'll look good in my office. Like,
it's the
yeah.
spear of Longitu. It's like the one that stabbed Christ when he was on the crucifix, I believe. And
Oh
just like,
right.
oh, what are you going to use this for? And he says, oh, it look good in my office, which honestly a pretty good line, although that doesn't take away from the fact that yeah, this episode is a little bit pointless. There's the threat of so he goes to Black Hawk Island, and there is the threat of it exploding, and Fire's just um Fire, who's like this Brazilian one with fire powers, believe it or not. It's just like he doesn't really cares. Like this stuff is old. Why bother saving it? And you and I were like, "There's this bit with Hawkeye going, it's worth it," but then you and I were just like, "No, I just who gives a shit." Really
Well,
picking up
because
on the message there, but no, and you know,
it's well, yeah. It's the whole thing is Flash, Hot Girl, and Fire go to deal with this while Key, Luthor, and Polaris are trying to I don't know steal the thing, and then like one of the Blackhawks, like one of the surviving members, like
he's the
also
only one.
yeah the last Blackhawk. He also like gears up and goes to help out, even though he's an old guy. But you know, it's just more
You
Blackhawk
know,
fan service, which is neat if you're
we
into
love.
that kind of thing. Even though we, all we could think of is just like, man,
That was a bad omen.
You remember
That was a bad omen for this season.
that boring ass 3-parter? Yeah. Oh boy. So yeah, all that adds up to just being like, well, we established what's going on, but other than that, fucking who cares?
It's yeah. Um, I'm really trying to get anything out of this. Um, Flash fancies Fire. Also,
Yep.
yeah. That's kind of it. Is just the three of them
Yeah, it's just
getting up to shenanigans. She drops Flash at his command, and like you can't fly, and the old guy shows up, and it's all like it's all kind of. It also reminds me of the weird and weird and wild western whatever that one with like robot dinosaurs and shit like that's most of the
yeah.
island's defenses, like weird flying sharks and stuff like that.
Yeah. Yep. So we wrote C.
God, that's brief.
Yep.
Uh,
Yep.
I was just like that's so brief, and then I'm like, is there anything else to say? And I no,
No.
not really.
No. That was.
I'm not gonna like elongate things for the sake of it, but yeah, and then yeah, like we've already discussed the end. He gets back and just like, yeah, that was pointless. He's like, oh, give me the piece of Brainiac, and he's like, no, and he's like, shit. So
Yeah. It's sort of like Task Force
really,
X, but for the. Wait, hold on.
please don't compare. This is not gonna help this episode comparing it to that.
Yeah, it goes right there. It's so good. Um.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's not like particularly bad, but coming immediately after epilogue, like that's gonna be the recurring theme here. Like coming after epilogue, coming after Cadmus, it's just gonna have a knock-on effect on everything.
I've said this at some point, probably not on recording, but I think this season coming after season 2 and or epilogue is the worst thing that could have happened to it. Like
Yeah,
if
it's diminished the whole show.
yeah, if this had happened before, I might have actually been more favorable for the entire season, but after that, like this whole thing felt like just a we'll
I mean, you
get
could
to it.
apart from one episode, like that references Cadmus, you could stick this all in. Yeah, before the Cadmus stuff, it wouldn't really matter.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well. Apart from still Luthor, I suppose. If you
Yeah,
stick to it that closely, but yeah.
yeah.
Um, Anyway, let's keep reviewing because I don't want to I'm very tempted to just talk about the whole season, but we've got episodes to review.
All right, so we get to move on to
Oh, great!
um, season 3, episode 2, Shadow of the Hawk. Oh boy,
It's the return of James Remar.
it's the return of James Remar. He's back and
He's a stalker.
he's playing a stalker. He's a guy who stalks Shira, and he's like this
Archaeologist.
archaeologist. I keep blanking on the word. He's an archaeologist. He found some treasures, and he's like, "Hey, hot girl, I'm gonna." What does he invite her to do anyway? Just like go see some stuff, like go on a dig.
Yeah, it's under it's kind of under the guise of like a date, but
Right,
if he
right.
does that first, it's. I mean, it's heavily implied that they slept together
Yeah, it is. It's
before they go on the actual mission, which is the crux of the episode. But
yeah, like immediately she like gets in a nice dress and she's like gonna go out on a date in the watchtower, I guess. And
I think she's not just she has the stuff there, so she's gonna like teleport down to the date.
yeah, well, sure, yeah. I don't know where else she has to go.
Yeah, I guess she is. Yeah, I don't know if she has like an apartment or something.
Yeah.
I mean, we've seen a lot of the characters like homes, but anyway.
Yeah, so yeah, she's
She
like,
just lives on the watchtower.
I guess, yeah. She's on the watchtower and she's all dressed up for a date, and then Green Lantern and Batman are just like, hey, just so you know, here's video evidence of this guy stalking you at every fight that you've been at the last year, including like
The
reference.
last like 3 seasons. Yeah,
Yeah.
she's wearing the OG costume.
Yeah, yeah. So, but beyond the 3 seasons. So
Yeah.
yeah, and
So
so
like James Remar is a creep.
yes, and she's just like, well, y'all are, I don't know, being paranoid. Shut up. And then she goes on the date anyway, and then they go to Egypt and
Yeah.
go into a tomb and find some stuff, and then Batman's like tracking her, and then he follows her there, and then they get into a fight with the Shadow guy. Oh wait, that happens after he reveals that he is the reincarnated version of Hawkman from
Even though we already did a Hawkman in the show.
yeah, so he is. There was an ancient Hawk Thanagarian people who came to Egypt and then ruled over the Egyptians, and they worshipped them. And then he's like, we are the reincarnation of those two, Hawkman and Shira. And
Yeah, well, yeah. And then she's like, that's just like a piece of alien tech, and it's made you crazy. He's like, no, it's true, it's true.
yeah, it's like some artifact that like is like a videotape in a MacGuffin form, and they touch it and
wanna-
he sees the footage.
Footage. I know what you mean, but it's just kind of how like CCTV in ancient Egypt.
Yeah, he supposedly gets the memories of Hawkman from ancient Egypt back or some shit, and
Yeah. What doesn't help Hawkman, or this version of Hawkman, is she just starts laughing at him when he comes out. She's just like, oh god. She's like, oh god, yeah, Batman was right.
he's got the costume on and everything, like with fake wings.
He's like,
and-
he looks like a fucking cosplay. She's just like, oh god.
Yeah. And then, yeah, some guy named Shadow Thief attacks, who also has James Remar's voice, and that...
We know Shadow Thief, don't we?
Yeah, we know Shadow Thief. I mean, we do now, because...
It's one of those things we're just like, oh, it's him. And we're like, who?
I don't think that's this episode. I think it's like when he shows up again, because they...
It is. No, it is.
Is
It
it?
is. They know who he is. Yeah, yeah.
Huh. Well, by the way, yeah...
They know who he is. They haven't. We're not establishing who he is. Like the sequel episode does his actual origin, but they're just like, oh, it's Shadow Thief. And you and I are watching. We're like, never seen this dude in our lives. But
yeah,
okay.
yeah. So... I don't even remember what the hell he was doing, because, I mean, it gets explained later in another episode, but he's just like, hey,
Well,
I'm...
he was just
fuck
stealing
you.
shit. That's what he was doing. That's why it was like the sequel episode confused me, because it gets more personal.
Yeah.
But he's just like loading artifacts into his mouth. he just carries it in storage.
I don't know. Yeah.
He's just there to steal stuff, but then that's what because when we get to the sequel episode, like I kept saying, like he's not very consistent, his character, and I think it's partly because like here he's just he's just here to steal stuff, and he is linked with James Remore's other character, hence the voice, but he doesn't seem like personally motivated here. As far as we can tell, he's just here to steal shit. But anyway,
fucking Batman shows up, and then they all have a bunch of fight, and then episode ends where Shire's like, yeah, dude, don't take that stuff too seriously, and he's like, but I do. Okay, bye.
And please don't bug my bedroom because we did have sex in there.
Oh yeah, she
like, yeah, I listened.
That was an interesting bit where she near the end she goes to Batman, she's like, do you think I'm stupid? And he's just like, what? And then she takes the tracker off the bottom of her mace, and it's like,
that's not mine. No, it's literally bat-shaped. What?
I don't know what you're talking about. It must have been Batwoman.
It's a Riddler. You can't mention Riddler in the season, Batman. Oh shit.
I hated this a lot.
Yeah.
I just there was this weird thing where the Shire stuff is very interesting in the first couple of seasons, and the other show too, like her relationship with Green Lantern and her betraying people, and it's like there's a lot of cool stuff there. And then this is just like, what if there was another Hawkman? And it's like, why? Yeah, why are we doing this? What is this adding? And
I'm gonna be honest with you. I forgot this episode existed. Like my memories of this episode were like of the sequel episode, which also isn't great.
Right.
But that one's better than this one, and that one just serves to make this one seem even worse. Like this just feels like one act of that other episode. It just feels like part of a. It just feels incomplete. I don't know. It's just something about it. Like they take too long going on the date, and then the stuff in Egypt isn't interesting. Shadow Thief is just kind of awkwardly there.
Yeah. It's a two-parter, but they're separated because the other one's near the end of the fucking season, and it doesn't need to be two parts. It could have been just one story.
The other one would have been fine.
Yeah.
You can watch that in a bubble, and maybe like speedrun Carter Hall's introduction a little bit, but that's all you need.
Yeah.
I don't know why this episode exists, and I forgot it existed. And the few memories I had of it, I mistook it for being part of that other one. I forgot it was two new Hawkman episodes.
Yeah.
That's D.
That's D. We wrote D. We were low C, high D, and yeah.
I'd say that's worse than this little piggy. I think at least was more interesting. This one's really boring.
Yep. Yep. Not bad enough to go any further down, but boy, that.
It's definitely not Baby Man, but it's just boring. Yeah.
Yep.
I probably forgot about it because that's one I'd always like skip.
Yeah. Alright, Chaos at the Earth's Core, Season 3, Episode 3. Do you remember the Savage Time? We mentioned it just a few minutes ago. Imagine if it was that, but instead of it being in World War II, it was inside the Earth, and there were, like, dinosaurs and lasers and a bunch of characters I don't remember the names of.
If it wasn't for the name, like, being referenced to Vandal Savage, like, the Savage Time just makes me think of all this dinosaur shit. I'm like, oh yeah, it's Savage Time, it's this one.
Yeah.
This is, like, Conan the Barbarian shit. Yeah, so yeah, we came up with... Have we said this yet? Like the term, like the Savage Time is like a sort of episode which is just loaded with very specific fan service, so like a DC like era or like sub-series that's definitely like outside of the normal continuity. So it's not just like fucking, I don't know, some random character shows up. It's like, no, this is like a different setting. And it's just fan service, and if we don't care about it, then we really don't care for the episode. And this is another one of those. This is some, like, Conan the Barbarian shit.
It's very weird because that honestly applies to Weird Western Tales, but we like that episode a lot, and I've been trying to figure out why, and I think it just largely has to do with everything surrounding all the fan service. Like, we know
Yeah,
who
it
Jonah
wasn't
Hex
relying
is,
on it.
but, like, it was just a thoroughly more entertaining episode overall, where Savage Time is just kind of World War II. That's just not a very interesting setting.
It's also 3 parts when it shouldn't have been.
Yes, it was too long. This one is, it's a one-part episode, but, like, oh my god, I don't care about anything that's happening here. Like, none of the characters are interesting at all. Even the modern characters, like the Justice League characters that they use for this, are used poorly, because this episode...
yeah.
This episode is about Stargirl and Stripe, also Supergirl, Green Lantern. I think that's it for the... Yeah.
They love Supergirl this season.
They do. It's not even the only time that Stargirl is a protagonist role either, which is interesting.
Yeah, I was going to mention, they're starting to... Well, I guess they've always done this, but some of these, like, with Stripe and Stargirl have been, like, in the background up to this point, but it's only now they're just like, let's give them speaking roles. So, it's just like, hey, we want to use these characters, and, been sitting here anyway, so why not? Stargirl.
Stargirl. This episode is about how much Stargirl fucking hates Supergirl for the crime of being popular. Not that she's, like, Supergirl is not, like, vain or, like, show-offy or anything like that, but Stargirl just hates the fuck out of her and will just...
Yeah, she hasn't earned it. It's...
Yeah.
Like, I feel like you could do this if it was maybe established, like, a little bit more subtly over, like, up to this point. Like, give Stargirl a bit more screen time and just establish that she's like, they're both, like, teenage girls, like, they just, it's not unheard of them to just have a bit of a rivalry.
Yeah.
And she's a bit, Stargirl's jealous of her Supergirl's, like, powers. So it's not, like, completely unwarranted, but, like, they do it so quickly, Stargirl just comes across as really just fucking rude.
Well, yeah,
it's not warranted.
Supergirl also has, like, no interaction with her before that, so it doesn't imply that it's all one-sided, and it feels just kind of... it just makes her look like an asshole. Like, it just makes her suck.
Yeah, if she had more screen time prior. Yeah, if she had, like, more screen time prior to that. Like, maybe you can get away with it, but just dumping it at once, just in a single episode, it's too much.
Yeah, so, like, it starts out with they're fighting in, was it China? Or Japan?
Japan.
It's
Japan.
They're fighting fucking, Gamma. Yeah. Just, like, literally Gamma.
Really blatant.
Yeah, it was very weird. But then they fight, and then Stripe is, like, her stepdad, I think. Stargirl's.
What? A what?
Her stepfather.
I don't get it.
Yeah, and then there's, like, a bunch of fangirls for Supergirl there, and she's like, oh, this Dylan is
There's a convention for Supergirl? Yeah.
There's cosplayers and stuff, it's weird. And so they're heading home, and then they somehow, something gets stuck in a pit that sends them to the center of the Earth, where there's this entire, like, it just reminded me a lot of fucking Outer Wilds with the Hollow Planet, since I just got done playing that.
Yeah, I want to mention something before I forget.
Sure.
Just the last thing I want to say regarding Stargirl is that she appears in another episode, the one with Eiling. I think it would have helped to put that one before this one. At least we get to know her a little. Like, her being rude, like, this is first impressions of her. I think if they put that one first, it would have helped just a little bit.
Just
like,
a little.
It's just still going to come as... Yeah, just a little bit. But this is, like, literal first impressions of hearing her speak. And it's just like, I fucking hate Supergirl. Supergirl. At least if that one was first, we would have had a bit more... maybe, like, potentially just... It's a tiny bit, like a slight tiny bit.
But
when it's the literal first thing we see of her is her complaining about Supergirl.
Yeah.
It's particularly bad. Like, we haven't really seen her do a job at all.
We haven't even talked about the actual episode itself. Like, they go...
That's part of it.
Yeah, I mean, that's a part of it. They go down to the center of the Earth. Supergirl doesn't have powers anymore because sun, you know, there's no sun. So she's just kind of normal human, essentially. And Stargirl's like, oh, look at you, now you have to do... And she's just like, can you please help? Like, seriously? Like, this is life or death? Can you stop fucking around?
Yeah.
And, oh, God. And then, of course, by the end of it, she's like, oh, they learned to be nicer to each other. Or Stargirl learns to be nice to Supergirl. Supergirl didn't do fucking... I don't know.
I hope you let me listen, Supergirl. I didn't do anything.
It's so fucked up. But yeah, there's just like a bunch of barbarians and raptors and lasers and wizards, and I don't give a shit about any of that fucking nonsense.
There's a guy he's like a marine or something. He's like a soldier, and he's like a contemporary guy. And he ended up there, and he ended up like being in charge, and he has to fight the fucking evil wizard. It's like one of the most cliched goddamn villains.
I checked the fuck
in
out
the show
for most of this. Like, I don't care about any of that stuff at all, because none of it was interesting in the slightest. The only thing that's interesting is that there's a giant piece of kryptonite down there, and Metallo shows up, and I think he wants it or something. Yeah,
him and Silver Banshee. They've been sent by the Secret Society.
Right. And, because then, near the end, he's like, his body is disabled.
Try to interrogate him.
Yeah. So, like...
They capture him.
Yeah, but he can't move, but he can talk. And Green Lantern's just like, oh, you gotta tell us who sent you. And he's just like, okay, it's and then he just, like, short circuits.
And they find out the leader is that bit's alright.
Yeah,
There's bits of the Secret Society I kind of like. So it comes up again. Like, Grodd's wired all their brains, so if they're about to spill, if they're gonna vat on him, they just get their brains wiped. It's pretty cool. Also, this isn't totally important, but I just one of those like supervillain things. I never quite got why Metallo looks the way he does, because in his debut episode in Superman, he just looks human, and then he has and then he gets like battle damage, so he has like the Terminator underneath. Like, why does he just show up like that? Like, what happened?
I don't know.
Just a tiny thing that's really not important. It's just because it's like its character design and it looks cool.
Yeah.
But like, why is half his face missing?
Anyway. he likes it. I don't know. All I want
it is intimidating. Maybe the wizard attacked him.
So yeah, that's about that.
Do you not want to go into massive detail about the war and the battles of fucking Mr. Wizard and...
If I wanted to, I couldn't, because I don't remember a damn thing. They fought... I genuinely don't remember who they were, what they wanted.
The part of the episode I do like is Supergirl goes to defend Stargirl, and she has no powers, and she has to fight off Metallo without powers. That bit's alright.
Yeah.
It's not... It's a tiny... It's one of those things which is like a shining little moment in an otherwise very dull episode, but it's okay. I kind of like her fending for herself just as a human.
I think,
and then of course Stargirl saves her because
Yeah. I feel like all that adds up to make this the top of D, because we wrote D.
Yes.
Because holy shit, this sucked.
Yeah.
So
I think the two good bits are the Metallo brain wiping thing I kind of like, and then him pursuing her powerless. So that gets it to the top of D. It's not a great episode.
Metallo actually helped elevate this episode, but he wasn't in a lot of it. So...
No.
Yeah. Oh, man. Season 3, Episode 4, To Another Shore. It rhymes. Wow.
Ironically, during this season now, this feels like the epilogue. Like, I feel like we've had the big finale and the big conclusion. This feels like the epilogue.
Yeah.
Like, it's just an extra thing.
Yeah, it's just...
we're just kind of obliged to finish this. It's not that bad. It's just, but yeah.
It's hard to say. It's very hard to say. I'm very biased because of season 2.
Yeah. I mean, it's watchable. I mean, it's not wall-to-wall baby pants, but this shouldn't exist.
Yeah. boy, howdy, this episode is about there's a boat. There's a
Viking boat.
Viking boat. It's in ice, and they gotta send their supervillains to go get it. They send Killer Frost because they send not Firefly because I guess they don't have him, and
Just die when you can't even get Firefly.
yeah, he was too good for them. And oh yeah, Giganta. And Devil Ray, who is Black Manta, but he's called Devil Ray. I don't know why.
I can't even guess, but...
yeah. So,
highlight of the episode is probably Grudge, Powers Booth, narrating this Viking story. Apparently, so this is new to me, apparently there's mythology that isn't Greek. I don't know if this is... I guess it's not myth because of how the episode ends, so I guess this all exists side by side. I guess this is more history he's telling.
I guess, yeah.
Yeah.
It's...
Because of the legend, and it's just like... So basically there's this king, or the prince, or whatever, the prince, and he's granted, like, immortality, but he's also, was it Odin? But he also can't be harmed by, like, metal, flame, water, and whatever. So he can't die. I've heard this before, but they're adapting it. So he can't die a warrior's death, so he can't go to Valhalla. And basically, Grud believes that this Viking ship that's shown up in a glacier has his corpse on it. So he wants to get the corpse so he can reverse engineer the secret to immortality. It's alright.
Yeah, sure.
Speaking of the glacier, the glacier is melting, and there's a conference on global warming taking place at the same time, and Diana's there. So all the world leaders are there to discuss global warming, and Diana's there as a representative of Themyscira. Why the bad guys chose to attack at the same time as this conference, I don't know. I don't know if it was like a hurry to get the Viking ship, because, like, whoops, you've chosen a time when Wonder Woman's there.
Yep. Yeah, so she's there. She does the fucking Linda Carter woman twirl thing, which was just a random time to bring that up.
We've done another season. I guess we'll finally do this. I've wanted to animate this for years, I guess.
Get all of our references out before we're done.
Yeah, pretty much. There's a lot of that this season. Like the last episode, it's like, oh, we want to do the Conan stuff. I know it's not literally Conan,
right.
But I want to do that character. It's just like, well, you got a chance now. Like, sure, I guess. We're a little thin on ideas. You want to adapt some weird, obscure stuff? Go ahead.
We want
to do the Linda Carter reference? Yeah, we're kind of not doing that because it's a little bit of an odd reference, but fucking do it now, I guess.
We want to do Hawkman. We already did Hawkman. I want to do Hawkman.
Okay. Alright, you can do Hawkman.
So, Green Arrow and Wonder Woman and Jean are there, and there's a big fight.
Oh yeah, Jean has a little... I'm really just trying to get at what... I don't want this whole review to be 5 minutes long. Jean has a little thing where he's been in charge of the he's like the CEO for the Watchtower. Wonder Woman mentions that he hasn't gotten out of the Watchtower for a long time. So she actually persuades him to go on this mission just to get out the Watchtower. Mr. Terrific can take over, I think she says.
Yep. That guy from that Superman movie who I'd never seen before that movie, and then suddenly, oh, he's actually important to this season. Because, because John ends up, after this, being like, yeah, you're right, I'm going to leave. And he just goes, and Mr. Terrific takes over his role, and I forgot he was gone. So...
That's why I don't know to mention it.
Yeah, so, there's a big fight, and, there's Faraday. Yes, he appeared in the first episode of the season, and then he appears here, and then, I don't know, secret, he's CIA, I don't know, he's part of some sort of thing.
He's like the liaison with the Justice League ever since Cadmus, like they're trying to be more... After Cadmus, the government are trying to work alongside the Justice League more. They've also got the, we didn't mention it before, but they've got the Metro Tower on the ground now.
Right.
So they have like an Earth headquarters.
Yep. I don't think any of that stuff comes up again. And
What the fuck is this? Hang on, I'm going to Discord notification you now.
what do we got?
Nightmare Fuel.
Oh.
Just scrolling, it's like, what the fuck is that?
Oh, I did see that. I don't... I think that's John trying to tap into someone's brain or something. Because he's kind of see Grodd there. Yeah, I don't know. I remember that being a Jean thing, but...
Yeah, I'm sure it is.
It's just yeah, it was very sudden.
I don't expect that when you go through these animated cartoon scenes.
Yeah. There's a sub, and I've said everything I've said. That
okay. I'll fill in a little bit. There's a bit I kind of like where there's going to be an avalanche that's going to destroy this conference center, whatever it is. Manhunter like grabs Killer Frost and just says, use your power to stop this. She's like, I don't even know if I can. She's like, we're gonna be here when it comes, so you might as well just try. So I like that bit. Temple seems alright. His personality seems to be on point. We don't see him too much in this season, but he seems a little bit more serious than a lot of the villains. No, I won't mention it yet. There's something else I want to mention about this season, but I'll wait for a better time. But yeah, Jean leaves at the end, so they give Prince, whatever the hell his name was, Prince, the artist formerly known as Prince.
Yes.
They give him a Viking funeral, but instead of like the normal one, they send the ship into the sun. I kind of like that visual. I like that being interspliced with Jean leaving. And then he mingles with society. I don't think this episode is very good.
No.
There's two things I like, but I'm not going to suddenly say this is great. It's not.
I like the Killer Frost thing is also weird to me. Where Jean is like, you better stop this or you're going to die, because he was just like, I'm going to murder you if you don't stop this.
Is that kind of like the trolley problem?
It's, yeah.
Like, he's putting it in front of the trolley. He's trying to save people, but he's taking action.
I kind of thought it was like, oh, it's kind of noble because, he's putting himself in the same position. I was like, oh, no, he can phase through shit. He's fine. He'll be fine. He's just trying to kill her. So, like, the more I thought about it, the more I'm like, man, that's kind of fucked up. I don't... So, and if that's the best we got, I think we're in trouble. So, like, yeah.
I mean, yeah, okay.
I
It's not. I'm not saying it's like best. I'm not saying it's the best scene ever. I'm just saying it's a moment that is not just mindless fighting. I'm taking what I can get here. I'm the good cop.
And I'm telling you, it ain't much.
It's not much. I'm not saying it is. I'm saying it's very little. It is very, very little.
It is enough to keep it out of Baby Man, I guess, because I also hated this one. I don't
think it's that bad. It's just very fillery. It's extremely fillery. There's no part of it that's like particularly bad. It's not like kid stuff. It's not actively bad. It's just spinning its wheels, which we've said in the past is almost worse. But that doesn't make it Baby Mad.
No, but I still think it.
I would put that above Shadow of the Hawk, and that's no more. I like story time with Grodd.
Sure. We could talk about an episode I didn't hate. Hey, Season 3, Episode 5, Flash and Substance. This is a really decent episode of a Flash show they never made. Because...
Yeah, I like this episode.
No, it's good. It's especially
good.
Yeah,
you mean it's like, yeah, it feels like, yeah, I get what you mean now.
Yeah, they just made a Flash-centric episode. Like, it's almost not a Justice League episode in the same way that, like, Epilogue is just a Batman episode, which is fine because, Flash didn't get his own show, at least not a DCAU show, and he has a very interesting group of supervillains who they give a lot of equal time to. So
Yeah, no, it's really cool. And speaking of which, speaking of Batman, I kind of forget he and Orion are in this. Just they might as well not be here. It's just like
No.
we've got to somehow justify this being Justice League.
Pretty much.
Throwing the two most random fucking members in.
Yeah, but downside, they brought Orion in so he could job like a fucking asshole the entire time. They made him look terrible in this episode.
They could have used literally
weird.
anyone else who's a bit more. Yeah, using a new god is a choice.
It's like they needed someone to fill the Flash role of being the comic relief, because Flash is actually the main protagonist. So they were like, who can job and like look like an idiot for everyone to be like, oh, that guy.
He's there as comic relief.
Why is he there?
He's not there for comic relief. No, he's there because his personality's like the complete opposite of Flash. Like he is deathly serious, even more so than Batman.
But
and he's just like, oh, you know,
just
he's
makes
like,
it weird
why?
Whenever he keeps falling on his ass. Like,
Oh no, no, I'm not defending that shit. I'm saying he's there because his personality is the opposite of the Flash. But why he's losing fights, I don't know.
Yeah, like if that's, I don't know.
I figured he's even in this one. Honestly, I just like Batman shit and Orion shit. I'm like, oh right, they're here. They might as well not be here.
It was very funny.
They don't really do much.
Like every time it was just like, oh, is he?
It is funny though.
He's just gonna get
This
frozen
guy's
by
on Darkseid.
Captain Cold again. It's like, good job, asshole.
Yeah, Darkseid's one thing, but I don't fuck with Captain Cold.
God, but yeah, no, this is.
And but this is a really good episode. I like this one a lot. The Vogues are great because they're just chilling out at a bar and they're all pathetic. Like they're just like ordering like milk and soy lattes. Like they refer themselves as the hardest men in town, but they all just really underwhelming, but in like a funny way. Captain Boomerang we know from Task Force X. We also have Mirror Master, Captain Cold, and then we've got the Trickster. It's probably the most interesting of them, who's voiced by Mark Hamill, and it's kind of a casting gag here. Well, you can't play Joker because of the fucking bat embargo, but he's like a very Joker-like character here, and this is a reference to him playing the character in not one but two different Flash shows, one that predated this, and then he played the character again in like a 2010 Flash show in live action. So that's kind of cool, and I really like the Trickster.
Yeah,
he's just pathetic, but like livably so.
Yeah. There's so yeah, it's just a lot of like, there's a Flash museum opening, and these guys get wind of it. They're like, oh, we're gonna get that guy. We hate him, and
so make a bet like who can kill the Flash.
Oh, right.
Get him.
And it's, Mirror Master, Captain Boomerang, Captain Cold, and Trickster. I think you already said that. But, and they take turns, like, attacking him, and they're like, man, this isn't working. Let's just jump him at the museum.
The exact quote is, taking turns is dumb.
Yeah.
It's just jumping at the museum. Oh, yeah, and the Flash persuades Batman to go there to the museum's opening, and Batman also, like, strong arms Orion into attending as well.
That's a really good scene where, like, we actually see him as Wally West, like, just, normal.
Oh yeah, finally.
For once. And
took long enough.
And then he heads up to the watchtower after work, and he's just like, hey guys, museum things, it's opening, if, mom's very proud. I'm not saying anything, just if you feel like, showing up.
You want to go, like, it would be nice if one of you happened to show up.
Yeah. It's funny.
And then Batman's just like, what time?
It's really good. Then of course, he shows up at the opening, they attack, and then they vow to just group up and attack him at the museum and its actual opening. And because I think the first was like a press conference or something about it, but and then they also at the same time, like, Trickster is all like saying his stupid shit, like he's got a bunch of dumb gags, and they're like, man, get the fuck out of here, you suck.
Yeah, they don't take him seriously.
So Flash is just like, oh, I need to head over to that bar that all the rogues gallery hang out at and see if I can figure out what's going on. And Trickster's there and he's all dejected, and Flash is. I think Batman and Orion like try to interrogate him, and then Flash is like guys, I got this, and he just kind of sits down.
Yeah, like Orion's like, I'm gonna break your jaw. He's like, hey, stop it.
That's my villain.
That's why Orion's there, just because he's so different. He's just like Batman as well, to a lesser extent. Just like, hey, that's not how we do things here in Central City, you know. Like, this isn't Gotham. Like, this is very different.
God, what is it? Like he just ends up asking Trickster, just like talking to him and just being really friendly with him as he just like.
Yeah, he just uses a real name. He just goes, James, you're off your meds again, aren't you? Like, no. Because James, you're in the costume again. He's like, am I? Oh, what do you know?
That's really
he's just friendly. Oh yeah, and he's leaving, and then Orion's just like, what about your enemy? And he's just like, oh yeah, dude, when you finish your drink, turn yourself in. He goes, got me again, Flash. It's so good. It's great.
It's really good. And then there's an actual like big fight at the museum, which is all right. It has this really interesting moment where Flash jumps into the mirror dimension because Mirror Master seems like a pretty powerful guy. And
Mirror Master's just like, I've sent him to the next dimension.
Yes, and that's where like I think Batman Batman ends up saving him. Orion's frozen. He doesn't do shit. There's also one thing I did find weird about this episode is that Flash has like a reporter fangirl, like a Lois Lane type, who is like really into him, like crazy, and Horn Dog Flash is just like, yeah, that's cool, whatever.
Yeah,
he's like very.
I think that's probably the gag though. He's probably just.
I guess
he doesn't really notice.
I don't know. It came off strange.
When it matters.
Considering, like, even the first episode of this season was just like, oh man, that fire girl's really hot.
Maybe they're in a relationship now. Maybe that's why you didn't ignore her.
I'm taken now. But no,
I didn't even think of that, but yeah.
I thought that was very strange, but it's whatever. But, I mean, beyond that...
Maybe it's like all business when he's signing autographs. Mine's elsewhere.
Maybe.
Anyway, yeah.
I don't know if there's anything else to add to that. It's just a Flash episode, and it doesn't further the plot or anything, but it's just fun. Just a fun episode.
No, this is almost like a Savage Time thing, but it's just for the Flash. But the difference there is just we like Flash, and these villains are great.
Yeah.
It's just a great dynamic.
They actually wrote an entertaining plot with them. Like, the stuff with Trickster is a lot of fun. And just how pathetic they all are is amusing. So,
especially Orion.
So, we wrote B.
Yay, some hope.
Yay.
Yeah, B. Yeah, I'm fine with that.
How far up? At least this far up, I'd say.
I can't I mean, I'm not going to persuade you this. I'm borderline A, so I'd say very high up. I like this a lot. Like, it's not like amazing, but it's a fun bubble episode.
Yeah.
I'll go a bit higher.
You know what?
I'd say higher than Greatest Story.
I was gonna put it here.
Yeah. Not quite A though.
No, not quite.
No, fair enough.
I think it's too.
No, that's fine.
Yeah, it's too. It's in its own world.
Fair enough.
But no, it's
being devil's advocate.
Yeah. No, it's really good though. So, and then moving on to season 3, episode 6, Dead Reckoning. This is another hey, we have another DC character we want to use. This time it's Deadman. And Deadman seems cool. I've never heard of him before this, but after this, I was like, he seems neat. There's
not one I'm particularly familiar with outside of this now.
The plot is that, I don't know, he's a dead guy, he's a ghost, and he's like, I need to move on, but I have to do something, avenge.
I have to avenge my death.
Yeah, yeah. And then some of the
But
secret society shows up.
His master says, no, you're not to avenge your own death, you're to avenge mine. He's like, what?
Yeah, yeah, and then some secret society goons show up, including Devil Ray and Giganta. I think Giganta's there. I know there's a lot of recurring names.
Rampage, Atomic Skull. The important one, Bizarro. The important one is Tala, though, and Lex Luthor.
Oh, yes, yes. It's important that Tala's there because she can do magic stuff against the ghost. But, yeah, Deadman, they kill his master, and he's just like, I gotta get revenge. I gotta avenge his death. And
it's a fun scene, by the way, because they're like these sort of like Shaolin monks are defending it, and they're all doing this very kind of wire-fu combat where they're just kind of like doing like impossibly high jumps.
Yeah,
it's very like Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. It's pretty fun. It's just action, but it's a little more interesting than just soldiers or whatever, you know.
Yeah, right. Yeah, it is. Yeah. But yeah, they end up killing his master. Deadman's whole thing is that he possesses people, like he takes over their bodies because they can't see him. So he'll like possess somebody and then basically act through them, and they have no memory of it happening. And but Tala is able to force him out, and so he has to seek help from the Justice League with his familiar friend Batman, because Batman knows who he is.
I was gonna say when we were watching this, like I said to you, there's a very different episode here where Tala just wasn't there, and they just didn't, you know.
Yeah.
Deadman was actually like a thorn in their side for quite a while, but she just immediately sees Deadman possessing Rampage, who's like this, I don't know, some brute, I don't fucking know.
Yeah.
And just like, oh, it's like Luthor's just like, Rampage, what are you doing, when she attacks them, and Tala's just like, oh, it's a ghost, she's been possessed, I'll get rid of it. That's it.
Yeah.
It's like, shit. It's like, damn, I need the Justice League.
Yeah,
they're there to get the Dragon Ball.
So yeah, there's Superman, Batman, and Wonder Woman are hanging out at the tower, and Superman's telling them about milkshakes or something, and then suddenly gets possessed, and he's like, I need your help! And
yeah, the milkshakes are so thick, I need your help!
And they're like, wow, that sounds crazy. And then, but yeah, he's just like, hey, it's me. He has an actual name.
Boston Brand.
Boston Brand?
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Sure?
good old Brand. He's just like, it's me, Batman, you know who I am. And he's like, yep. And we're just like, okay, I guess he does.
Yeah, we should apologize for not reviewing that episode. I'm sorry. We just completely missed it.
Yeah, and then...
Side note, Tala's in a relationship with Grodd. I've said that.
Oh, yeah, that is a thing. And it's not much of a thing, it just is a thing.
No.
But,
Just to be consistent when it comes up again, but yeah.
Yeah.
So they work out they're attacking Gorilla City. I like the bit where Deadman's just like, oh, the only images... Because they have this Dragon Ball MacGuffin, and it's got these souls of the monks in it, so he needs to get that back. And Deadman can link into it, and he gets images of Africa. And just like, I know that's not really helpful, an entire continent. And they're just like, oh, Gorilla City.
Oh, yeah. So, they go there, and, I don't remember a lot that happens in between. It's like, Deadman's possessing people.
I want to mention the possessing thing as well. Unlike most shows, this will come up again in another episode. Usually in the cartoon, they just like do the old swapping voice thing. So, you know, you just hear the normal voice actors. You know, you hear like Deadman's voice coming out of Atomic Skull or whatever.
Right.
But here, this show, because DCAU is just really well cast, they get when he possesses someone, what they do is his VA will read out the lines, and then the other voice actor will mimic it in their voice, because that makes perfect sense. Like, why would your vocal cords change? Like, your dialect and everything would remain the same, your accent would be the same, but your voice box wouldn't change. So that's how they handle that, and that's particularly good in the future Flash episode we're gonna talk about. But I just love that touch. They didn't have to do that, but
oh yeah.
It always bothered me. Like, why would you keep your voice? You know?
It's especially weird whenever they do that. It's like your voice changes and everyone's like, "Oh, you sound the same." It's like, no,
Yeah.
that's weird. So
And it was a lot of effort, but it's pretty cool.
yeah,
It's very
it's worth
subtle
it.
here as well. But
Yeah, yeah.
yeah. Like Superman's like it's still not George Newbern, but he's just using the slight dialect. It's great.
Yeah, yeah, it works. Um, yeah, I don't know, they go in the Gorilla City, Grodd's there, and they're doing something, and
His big plan.
his big plan is to put a thing in the thing, and then it causes everyone in the world to turn into apes, which is a thing.
Yeah, that's his big plan.
Yeah, and
This
it's
whole
very,
time.
very brief, too. Like, you just see the three
Yeah, he
leaguers
wins.
as
I mean, he
apes.
does do it, and then they reverse it.
Yeah, they reverse it like a minute later, but you see like super ape and wonder ape and
Bat ape.
bad ape, yeah, which I'm sure is some Silver Age comic bullshit too. But
Probably.
um,
Some good images for you to use when we do get to the edit.
yeah, yeah. The episode ends in a very weird way, or not ends, but the Act 3 thing, the fight ends in a weird way where Black Manta or Devil Ray is there and he's about to shoot his poison dart at somebody, and
What's his name? The security guard, security like leader. Solivar. We haven't seen him for a long time. Yeah, he's back.
yeah, he's back. So yeah, but like they don't see it, but Deadman sees it, and he's like, no. So he possesses Batman, has him grab a gun, and then fire it at Devil Ray, who gets shot and then falls into some like wires or something, gets electrocuted. So he gets
It's like the censored version of
he gets
the Batman Beyond movie.
he
where
gets both of Joker's
stumbles
deaths.
back.
He gets
Oh
shot.
yeah, he gets shot and yeah.
Yeah. So and
Damn.
then he hops back out of Batman's body, and Batman wakes up with a gun in his hand after killing somebody, and he's just like freaked out about it, and they're all like, "Why did you do that? No."
No, they're not. They're not white.
No.
No, they don't. Superman's just like Deadman possessed you.
Oh, he's like, it's
But
okay.
but he still feels a bit violated. No, he's not. Bruce, why did you do that?
No, not him. I was thinking like, Deadman, you?
Oh, Deadman.
Yeah, I was like, why did you have to do
He's
that?
just been accused. Bruce, what's wrong with you?
Wow, Bruce, jeez.
I've started killing now. It's the only way to deal with these monsters.
But no, yeah, he's like
yeah.
broken up about it for like 5 seconds, and then you just completely forget about it. It's very strange. So Devil Ray's dead,
Yeah.
and
And then Deadman's in trouble because he just got someone killed.
oh yeah.
But then we find out that all the monks are fine. The souls just went back in.
Yep.
Yay. Also, Lex isn't happy because he found out the Secret Society's big plan was to turn everyone to apes, which is fucking stupid.
Yep.
He's like, he says to God, like, that's fucking stupid, and he shoots Grodd and takes over. Frankly, I don't blame him.
A lot of people getting shot at the end of this episode, but yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, Grodd survives it, but yeah, he just shoots him.
And
And
then
it's just like,
Tala's all over him. I guess Tala just has a thing for authority of whoever's in charge.
yeah. Well, yeah. Lex shoots him, and then the video ends, and then we had to go find out what happens after that dramatic shot. And Lex is like, I'm taking over, and then the credits roll. So
Yeah, alright.
that was, I don't know, that was a funny bit. But we wrote
Yeah.
low B, high C. Very mixed feelings on that one because I like
The weird stuff at Gorilla City. I like Deadman, I like the stuff in like the temple. But the stuff at Gorilla City is just kinda And like Deadman's it gets thwarted by Tala twice, which like makes sense. It's also a little bit of a shame he doesn't do a whole lot. Like he gets into a couple of fights, but then I mean he possesses Wonder Woman and attacks Devil Ray for killing his master. But then that's
oh yeah.
like, what I'm saying is like the first half's pretty good, the second half not so much. And I like Deadman. I don't know if that squeaks into being B. I don't know if I'm just being bit charitable because I don't want this season to just be that bad, but the second half does let it down.
I think top of C. I don't know if it's...
Fair enough. That's fine.
It's got too many weaknesses. It's
yeah,
not
that
terrible.
weird bit at the end with Batman.
Yeah. That was so strange, because that feels like it should be much more dramatic than it actually was. Like, that...
Yeah.
Batman actually shooting somebody, even if he didn't mean to. Like, that should be more important than just, oh, dead man made you do it, it's fine.
Yeah,
It's weird.
Yeah.
Oh boy. We're going to talk about Season 3, Episode 7, Patriot Act. He's... An episode starts on a flashback of... There's a super serum made for... There's a Nazi serum. It makes you into Captain Nazi, which is like Captain America, but Nazi.
That sounds like a joke. It's not. It's literally what it's called.
Yeah, it's literally... Yeah, is actually what it's called. And super soldier serum. Yeah. I don't know, it just makes me think of Captain America, but for the baddies.
Yeah.
And then, present day, Cadmus. Cadmus is dead, and Waller's talking to Eiling, and J.K. Simmons.
The flashback was like him reading this document.
Oh, yeah.
Also, again, not censoring Captain Nazi. Looking like it's just stopped caring.
Yeah, that's right. I forgot about that. Savage Time was very careful about that, and then they're like, "It's fine, don't worry about it." So, yeah. So Eiling is just like, "Man, Cadmus would be great if we could do that again." And Waller's like, "Man, just give it up." And Eiling's like,
"Yeah, so
no,
yeah, yeah." J.K. Simmons is pretty good here. Just like we don't want to seem weak and blah blah blah, and like we rolled over for the Russians, blah 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 blah. Problem with this scene is it's a good exchange, and in a bubble, I like it. But the problem with it is I don't really want to see Waller after epilogue.
Yeah,
she had an arc. It concluded. We saw where she went after the conclusion of Cadmus and how she sort of learned to appreciate the superheroes, especially Batman. I wouldn't say this is like particularly harmful, but I didn't really want to see her again.
Yeah,
I'd rather just let that breathe. But
I think Cadmus.
I don't mind saying Cadmus in general. I know that was your complaint.
Yeah, it feels very desperate at this point to be like, well, we did Cadmus and that was good, right? It's like, yeah, but it was good in its context. It's done now. We're over this.
I don't mind seeing repercussions for that from Eiling.
Not necessarily.
I could have done without Waller. I could have done without Waller, though. I think she would have... It's not like particularly harmful. It's not like character assassination. Anything. Nothing she says here is like contradictory or anything. But
right.
But it's just weird her showing up again. I don't know. After that, after that specifically.
Yeah. So.
And Eiling's got a chip on his shoulder about the whole affair.
Yeah, and he's just like, man, what's the best way to protect America if I inject myself with the Captain Nazi serum?
And beat up Superman.
Yeah. I'll be honest, I kind of forgot about the whole backstory thing, but looking back at the screenshots, it's like, oh, right, yeah, he's like an American general, and he's just like, oh man, I should do the Nazi thing. That's...
Okay, yeah, I didn't really think about that, but I guess that's kind of a, yeah... I mean, that's to the villains thing. Like, that's not good. That's a red flag.
Yeah. So he's just like,
I'm gonna think of it that hard. But...
inject myself with this serum, which makes me into the big time
Hulk.
Yeah, he's.
I think he's a reference to Grey Hulk. I'm probably completely wrong. And I'm pretty sure, like Thunderbolt Ross became a Hulk at some point, like Red Hulk maybe, and he's very similar to that character, so I don't know if this is a reference. I don't know. I put in the notes I don't read comics.
Yeah,
yeah. But it feels like a Hulk reference. I don't know.
I mean, you know more than I do.
He's very Hulk. He's very Hulk-like, we'll say.
I just compare it to the other Batman character that he reminded me of. Other Batman, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah. So he turns into a big Hulk, and then there's a parade or something with a bunch of B tier
Like they're
heroes.
yeah, and the gag is that they get sent on the mission, just like, oh, Superman's not available to do it, and like, oh, we can do it, and then it just turns out to just being a parade, and some of
Yeah.
them resent it, like Shining Knight's there, and just like, this is beneath me, but Vigilante who's there, and Vigilante's cool. He's just like we cut away and then we cut back to him. And he's like really drumming up the crowd. He's really good at it.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
like that.
Actually, yeah. So, the hero team is a reference to another comic troupe. It's like Stargirl is like Star Spangled Kid or something like that.
Oh yeah.
And then yeah, Shining Knight, Vigilante, and they have those two, Shining Knight and Vigilante. They have those two paired up a lot of like background shots and stuff. This is the first time that Shining Knight has done anything, and I gotta say, I actually really like those two. Like,
Yeah.
they make a very interesting pair, and
Yeah.
I just really like Vigilante, which we saw in Hunter's Moon. But yeah, Shining Knight's pretty cool too. So I'm just a big fan
Yeah.
of them. Yeah, that's one thing I do like about this episode is those two, and
Yeah. And
other
the point in the crowd scene is like, we didn't want to see like these losers. Like we came in to see the good ones. Like where's Superman?
Oh,
That's kind of the
yeah.
point. Like they're making a point of these being like B and C tier
yeah,
characters.
yeah.
Oh yeah, and also none of them have powers. That's important.
I guess so. Oh yeah,
They make a
Stargirl's
point,
is
yeah.
the staff. That's right.
Yeah, she literally tells Eiling it.
Yeah, and then there's
Needless to
also
say, Eiling shows up and he's looking for Superman.
I forgot. Yeah, there's also Green Arrow and Crimson Avenger, who's like his sidekick or like ex-sidekick or some shit.
That's
Oh, Speedy.
Speedy's.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have no idea who Crimson Avenger is.
No, same. Yeah, I just remember he was like in Red, and he was like a Green Arrow sidekick guy, and they make a joke about. He's like, no, ex sidekick
Partner.
or something. Yeah, ex-partner. Yeah, and it's like. Okay, I mean they're just having fun with it because again that's part of the original group. I'm pretty sure. But
Yeah, and it's also like yeah, and it's a bit of a gag as well because like Mr. Terrific's on the watchtower, and he says, "I finally got you that backup," because they are struggling. By the way, this is a losing fight. Like they don't stand a chance against Eiling.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
shows up. He's demanding Superman, and just like, yeah, he's busy. Can we help you? They're losing, and he says to Mr. Terrific, I need backup. And he says, you want Superman? You've got the Crimson Avenger and my ex-sidekick.
yeah.
He's been like a big triumphant, like, tough hero, and it's just like two obscure fucking characters.
Right.
I'm pretty sure Speedy's voice has the same VA as Speedy in, like, Young Justice or Teen Titans or something like that. I just heard that he's shares a VA, so reference. So.
Right. And then I don't know. Shining Knight like has like a big speech, big spiel against him, and then it seems like they're on the ropes, and then some fucking kids like I don't know. They like one of them bans like a wrecking ball or some shit or something like that. Like they start like fucking with Eiling, and he's just like, "But I'm the good guy. I'm here to protect you against the evil, super powered people." And they're like, "Shut up! You suck. You're bad. You have a Nazi serum."
Also, you're the only one here with superpowers.
Oh right, yeah. And he's just like, "Well, you got a good point. I guess I'll head out. Bye."
Yep, you got me there. Bye.
He's just
That's
straight up
pretty much
just
how
like,
it ends.
yeah. He's just like, damn. I guess I'm wrong. Shit. Okay, bye.
Yeah, he says, I've become what I hate. You got me there.
Yeah.
But you'll see. You'll see. Ooh, you'll see. And then the show got cancelled.
Yep.
Did he? Anyway, it's a little on the nose. I'm very like 50-50 on like the way it ends because it is. I like the sentiment, but it's also very on the nose with him literally saying it out loud. So.
Yeah. This, for the record, this episode is also one of the ugliest ones. Oh, actually, no,
boy.
It gets worse, but yeah, this one has a lot of CG city backdrop, and it's
Yeah,
ugly.
they got real ambitious. CG's reached the point where we can animate the entire city. It's like, no, no, you can't.
Yeah, I mean you can,
No,
but
it's
you
just a
shouldn't.
budget. It'll save us money.
Yeah, it'll also save you from making a good episode. I was much harsher on this episode when we first saw it. I think appreciating some of the themes a little more. I'm a little more generous to it, but
Well, I think I'm the opposite. I've become a bit more critical of it because you're right. The camera stuff maybe should have been left alone, but I don't know. Maybe we can meet somewhere in the middle there.
yeah, I was just gonna say C of some sort.
That's fine.
Because yeah, we didn't even write one down because when you finished it, you're like, I like that, and I was like, I hated it, and now we're both like, it's meh.
Yeah. I wasn't like, no. I mean, I remember liking it a lot, and then I watched it again, and you were quite negative about it, and I was just like, and I couldn't argue that. I was like, yeah, actually, that wasn't as good as I remember.
Right.
So
Yeah.
I couldn't really defend it. But yeah, I think C's fine. Maybe just below Dead Reckoning.
Yeah.
They're finding things a bit more justified than Ultimatum, where they just start attacking people because they're bored, I guess. I don't know.
C is full of a lot of just. Most of C is just like, I kind of want to put it lower, but it wasn't that bad. It was just bizarre and just not good.
Yeah.
But, hey, we got to talk about another episode that we liked, and you can tell because we didn't write a lot of notes about it.
That usually means one of two things: either we're really into it, or we've clocked the fuck out.
Yeah, maybe a little of both, honestly.
No, I'm saying it could be one or the other, but this time no, it's because we were into it.
Yeah. Season 3, Episode 8, The Great Brain Robbery, which is a title. This is the episode where Lex and Flash switch minds, souls. They're in each other's body, and
Yeah.
that which results in Flash, or Lex as Flash, running around just wrecking shop as a super powered hero villain, and Flash as Lex being funny as fuck.
Yeah.
Just
to like, I'm not going to dwell on this, but the reason they've swapped bodies is because if you remember, Flash had his mind controlled by Grodd multiple times.
Yep.
In that one episode, and they're like, "Well, your mind's linked to Grodd's now." This Dr. Fate and Mr. Terrific, and they're like, if we use, maybe we might be able to use like his psychic residue that he left behind to see where the secret society is. So Dr. Fate starts doing this thing to find out where the secret society is through Flash. Simultaneously, Luthor is trying to use like Grodd's mind control tech to extract the information about Brainiac from him. So because these things happen at the same time, that's why Flash and Lex get mixed up.
yeah.
It's a weird circumstance, but I think it's justified enough.
It's very comic booky. Like they really, really wanted to do this concept, which is a funny concept. So
I don't know if it's like because Michael Rosenbaum played Lex in Smallville, or it was just a coincidence, but I don't know.
Right.
That fact isn't lost on. Yeah.
But yeah. So there's not really a lot to say about the episode itself, because a lot of it is just held up by, it's very funny to have Clancy Brown saying lines like Flash would, trying to pretend to be Lex. And
yes,
it's just a lot of just.
He's a guy pretending to be a guy, pretending to be another guy.
Yeah, Lex Luthor, want you.
Find that preposterous.
Tell me, what is your role in this plan? I don't have a role yet. Exactly.
Pop quiz. Everyone tell me your role in the plan. It's so good.
It's really funny.
And I mentioned this about the dead man thing, but like the fact that it's Clancy Brown reading out these lines, it just makes it like 10 times better.
Oh, absolutely.
Than it would have been otherwise.
Like that if that had been just like, Flash's VA just doing his voice over Lex, that would have had not nearly the impact that hearing Lex say these things does. It is very much made by that.
It's very one-sided as well. Like Lex doesn't really speak much in Flash's body, apart from that one line.
Right. Yeah.
Probably, the most memorable line.
Yeah,
where
we all know it
he
is.
goes into. We all know it. Lex is in Flash's body. He's being chased around a lot, and then he's in the gets chased into the bathroom. Just like, well, I might as well use this opportunity to see who the Flash's secret identity is. So he takes the mask off, looks at this red-haired guy, and just goes, "I have no idea who this is." So when I was like looking for we look for the thumbnails between us, and I was just like, I'm just gonna use that image. That just kind of sums it up.
Yeah,
that's the most memorable part. I have no idea who this is. Like, it's so good. Like, why would he?
It's really funny, but I don't know if it's. I mean, it is on par with some of the Lex Luthor lines of just him referring to himself in the first person or the third person, and just just being like, there's just so much of him. There's just so much of him just being like, huh?
Rod gets a great line as well because he realizes what's happened and he calls him in, and like he says to Flash and Lex's body, because like, I know what happened. He goes like, you think I'm Lex Luthor? That's ridiculous. He goes, and I'm Charlton Heston. That's a good line as well. I've got to get that in. It's just really funny, but without it being like obnoxiously like a comedic episode though. It's just this is a premise that could have happened, and it's just naturally funny.
Yeah.
And there's like, it's interspliced with like the stuff with Lex in Flash's body is just like, you see how dangerous Flash can be when he just cuts loose. Because you remember how he defeated like Brainiac's Lex.
Oh yeah.
He almost like vanished into the Speed Force. Just like, I can't do that again. Whereas Lex doesn't give a shit. He's just super speed is a terrifying power.
Oh yeah. No, yeah. He's very threatening as Flash. So, but like the actual plot itself. Beyond that is just, I don't know, they got a train heist or something. Yeah, there's not, like, nothing really advances because of this. It's just sort of, here's a silly episode.
I forgot about the train part. I forgot that there was more to that title than just the fun.
Yeah. No, there's a train heist, and I don't know, at one point they realize, like, hold on, something's not right, and they capture Lex. And I think it ends with them being all like, alright, we got you, whoever you are. And he's like, no, it's me, it's Lex. I'm actually back to normal. Leave me alone. And so, yeah.
Oh, yeah, and then Lex, like, to prove himself, he just deals with Dr. Polaris. It just makes him look like a loser. Just presses a button in his belt. She's like, that's how you know it's me. And then Tala's really even more into Lex since, like, it was actually Flash.
Oh, right.
It's like, I really like it. She also implied that she did things to him that were, quote, not relaxing. But then when Lex is Lex again, he's just like, is that really you? And just, of course it's me, you twit. It's just like, oh.
Alright. Aw. But, so yeah, we wrote B.
I suppose the only downside is the plot doesn't really go anywhere. They asked Flash at the end, he's just like, oh, so where's his base then? He's like, I don't know, in a swamp? So it's just like,
yeah.
Good job.
Yeah, it doesn't actually advance anything. Maybe above or below the Booster Gold one, because it's also kind of a comedy episode.
I think I prefer the Flash one.
Yeah, agreed.
I was almost at the thing where I suggested A, but no, I can't just use Clancy Brown being funny to get something into A. That's not really.
Yeah, it's not enough.
That's not good enough. But it's definitely memorable.
It's a good episode, but it doesn't hold a candle to the really great writing of season 2.
Yeah, no, you can't do that. I, Mysterious Bob, find that ridiculous.
So, Season 3, Episode 9, Grudge Match. This is an episode where women fight each other.
Okay, so C.
We wrote C. No, This
working title, Chickabalooza.
this episode has, like, the setup is maybe one of the biggest flaws. It's what's her name? Roulette wants to.
Yeah, it's a sequel episode, kind of.
Yeah, this is the Cat and the Canary, but bad. The Roulette is just like, hey, I'm not getting a lot of money. I'm not getting a lot of support from my underground fights. I need you to maybe help out in some fashion.
Yeah,
Lex.
I stopped poaching all the supervillains. You haven't
Oh,
left me with
yeah.
anything.
That's right, yeah. And then he's just like, hey, we got this guy Sonar. He can help out. And also they come up with the idea of getting the women of the Justice League to fight for you. And they're like, yeah, because you can cat fight. Ah, that's great. And then Sonar is just like, yeah, okay, I'll use my sonar powers to mind control everybody who has an earpiece. So the entire
I think
Justice League.
it's also using like Grodd's mind control tech as well.
Oh, sure, yeah.
Like, isn't just something you can just do. Like, they need Lex's help. That's how he chooses to help them.
Right. So, yeah, they use that to mind control the entirety of the Justice League, or at least all of its women, to make them fight each other for money in Roulette's arena.
Not like literally all of them, just to be clear.
I mean,
Like, they just they poach a select few
right
to fight in this underground arena. It's yeah.
They just have the capability of mind controlling anybody that they want.
Yeah, and that's how they choose to use it.
We'll take a handful of women and have them fight each other because, haha, women fighting, it's hot. And
I mean, that's what like Sonar's there for. Just like, yeah, let them go at it. And and everyone's just like, damn it, shut up. But then Roulette's also just like, because then I think it's like Tala and Roulette start fighting. That's where they get the idea from.
Yeah.
And like Sonar just seems like a bit of a creep. Just like, yeah, let them fight. Ugh.
Yeah.
And this creep has a point. This creep has a great idea.
Yep. So,
The Huntress is following Black Canary. And she's noticing she's fighting like shit. She actually gets taken out by like a purse snatcher. And she's like, that's weird, what's going on here? We also get our only questions scene this season. Well, only speaking questions scene this season.
Yeah.
Where he's like, she's telling him, because they're a couple now, Huntress and Question.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, I think there's something up with Black Canary, and just like, I'm the conspiracy theorist, and even I don't see anything.
And he's
so
looking at ice cream. Yeah, it's a Baskin Robbins joke.
I'm glad he made it into the season at all, but
yeah.
So she's following Black Canary. Oh, Bloodhaven. There's a. Just so we don't forget, because we missed it originally. There's Nightwing.
Oh. Oh, okay.
Bloodhaven. That's where he operates.
Yeah, there's a 3-second...
They can't really show him too clearly, though. I don't know the patent embargo.
Yeah, there's a 3-second Nightwing cameo because of... Yeah. That was just a thing that was mentioned on, like, the Wikipedia page or something, and it's like, oh, okay. Cool. But yeah,
anyway, I'm gonna get into too much detail. Black Canary's been mind controlled and she's in these fights. She beats the shit out of Fire. And Huntress just like, hey, why did you do that? And then they get into a scuffle, and then he shatters her earpiece. And let's remember that Huntress is not a member of the Justice League, so she doesn't have this earpiece. The earpiece gets destroyed, and Black Canary snaps out of it, and then they both get captured.
And then they get forced to fight in the arena, and they fight Hot Girl and Vixen, and then Wonder Woman, and then there's a bunch of fighting, and then it ends.
Yeah. Yeah, kind of. And I like the fighting. I think I put in the notes. I like the difference in, to use a Dragon Ball 3, like power levels, because like most, like the Vixen shows up, and like, that's a threat, and then Hawk Girl's pretty strong as well. And then Wonder Woman shows up, and like, oh shit, we are outmatched here. Like, this is, it's basically female Superman. Like, this is a problem. I like that build up.
I mean, kinda, but there's also the point where they're actually not using their powers or anything because they're just kind of fist fighting. So Wonder Woman is definitely stronger. The other two, it's just like I don't know. I mean, they're probably pretty strong, but they're not using their
Well,
powers or anything. So
I like Vixen's powers. I'll say that again.
yeah, I do too. But
I
she's
like
not
what
using
she's.
them whenever she's mind controlled, so it doesn't really matter.
Well, she doesn't stay in mind control for long.
No.
Like she breaks out of it, so it's so Huntress and Black Canary go to take out Roulette and stop this mind control shit, whereas Shayera and Vixen fight Wonder Woman. I think the fight's kind of cool. They didn't redeem everything. The biggest problem with this episode is that it is like that previous episode, but they rather than a clever solution like Green Arrow faking his death here, they just beat up the bad guys. That's kind of it. And then Huntress and Black Canary just like, let's settle our differences, and while they're being a gag, they're just like, no, they're actually gonna fight. Like, okay,
Yeah.
that's kind of it.
I did not like this episode. You liked the fighting more than I did. It was just more filler as far as I'm concerned.
I like the desperation against Wonder Woman. I thought that was,
That's all right.
you know,
Sure.
they're barely hanging on. Of course, it's like Shire and Vixen, obviously know each other.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't redeem her. I'm just saying I like this thing where they make they did this with Superman, where they make certain characters seem like a powerful threat and they treat them justly. But yeah, this is just a lesser version of Cat and Canary.
I thought the fighting was mediocre, and I thought that was the best part of the episode. So that's where I'm at. I think it's okay to put a lid on the whole like Black Canary Huntress thing. So like they fight together after Double Date where they were pretty opposed to each other. So that's okay. Other than that, no, this was just the Cat and the Canary but bad. So I didn't like it. And also, again, the mind controlling anybody you want on the Justice League and then using it for cat fights is
That's
that
that's
sucks.
weird.
That's pathetic. That's just like squandering an amazing ability, and not really this episode's fault, but mind control starts becoming overused in this season, which is also fucking weird. So we wrote C. I'm gonna vouch for low C. What the heck?
Man, Darkheart was really repetitive. I don't know. Whatever. It's C. Who cares?
Yeah. Yeah. Sure.
Whatever. Yeah, I don't. It's C. It's really not that important.
No. Season 3, Episode 10, Far From Home. This is an episode about Supergirl dying.
Spider-Man goes to London.
Yeah. She goes really far from home in that she goes several years in the future.
Reference.
Yeah. What is it? Like, there's something about Supergirl dying. I forget what it was.
So, we're in the distant future. I'm not talking Batman Beyond, I'm talking like 1,000 years or something in the future.
No.
But is it in the description? 31st century, so, way in the future. And we get Brainiac 5 and Bouncing Boy, who are like the Legion of Superheroes, like the future Justice League. And they're on the ropes because of what are the villains called? The Legion of
Fatal Five.
Or whatever. The Fatal Five, yeah. Against Brainiac 5. The angry Brainiac 5 for copyright infringement. I don't know. So they need backup, and like we bring heroes from the past. Yes, but we've learnt that of the heroes that come back, one of them never returns, and it's obviously implied that they die. So we're going to bring a team back from the past, but it's heavily implied that one of them's not making it home. So yeah, you're going to do that.
Yeah.
So we get to the present. acknowledge Supergirl's costume change, and they like Supergirl still. She's doing like training in the Danger Room, and then she, Green Lantern, and Green Arrow. I think it's just those three, right?
Yeah.
They get teleported off in a bubble, and she attracts Brainiac. Like, you're a Brainiac, and he's like, no, I'm good Brainiac. I'm the ancestor. I'm biological, or something. I don't know.
Yeah, something.
I guess that means Brainiac did survive in some fashion. I don't. Whatever. I do like the line. I do like the line that, oh, of all the heroes you chose us, and like, no, it was random. We would have taken anyone.
Yeah.
I kind of like that line. And they're like, you need to help us against the Fantastic Five or whatever.
Yeah, the not so Fantastic Five.
The terrific quad.
The terrible Five. It's not as...
Yeah, quad Quinn, sorry.
Yeah.
What?
And so, the Brainiac and Supergirl hit it off. They're like, there's a bunch of like, oh, I really like them. I really like him. He really likes me.
Oh yeah.
Bunch of cute shit. And Green Arrow just like, man, fucking go for it. Stop being a teenager and do shit. And then, Green Lantern gets mind controlled.
We meet the villains. I want to mention something because I should have mentioned this a long time ago because this concerns the whole season. So like I'm referring to like the Fatal Fives at the moment, but this really applies to a lot of characters, namely like the Key and Dr. Polaris and things like that. A lot of the villains they bring in for this season specifically feel like just don't feel very well designed. Like they feel too closely ripped from the comic source. Like the show's generally up to this point being pretty good about adapting characters. So if you remember like there was like a weird early version of Huntress we saw.
Right.
But then later on she got redesigned when she actually got a speaking role. The characters that are introduced into this season, specifically the villains, all feel like they're using just those early kind of designs. They just don't feel as... The character designs just feel off in this season. Like, I feel like the Key, they could have made him look cooler, but he just looks like a goof. Fucking Dr. Polaris just does like that Heihachi silhouette with the with his stupid horns.
Yeah.
I feel like when this show was a bit better, they would have redesigned them to look less stupid, but that's not the case. I guess like the exception is like I think the Trickster looked kind of on point, although he's supposed to look kind of stupid.
Right.
And like some of those others, but it's just been a trend this season where a lot of characters introduced just don't feel particularly well designed. Like Bouncing Boy here, just like what the fuck.
A lot of them,
just I imagine.
A lot of them aren't on screen long enough to warrant even getting decent designs. A lot of them are just sort of.
But I feel like they would have in the past, though. But I feel like they would have put in the effort last time. I think Key and Polaris have a lot of dialogue.
Yeah,
and they just look off.
Yeah, I don't.
Like characters like Goldface that we'll see later. Like what? He's like some sort of Aztec guy who's made of gold. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I wanted to mention that now because I should have mentioned it probably in the first episode, but I'm mentioning it now.
I don't remember a damn thing about any of the villains. I don't even remember.
Oh, not these ones. I'm only using this just because I've just remembered now. But these ones are. You got Half a Man.
Yeah.
You don't remember Half a Man? I sort of half remember him. I don't know. Two-Face Beyond.
I don't remember this fucking episode at all. I remember.
No.
Like, yeah, it's like, oh, Supergirl's gonna die because she doesn't make it back, and then it turns out that Green Lantern gets mind controlled, and then they have to go stop them, and then they do, and there's a bunch of terrible CG. There's a lot of terrible CG, and then it's like, oh, what happens at the end? Oh, Supergirl dies. Oh no, she's fine. She actually just wants to stay, so she doesn't make it back because she doesn't leave the future. So
yeah. That's her arc.
So yeah, they write her out of the story by having her stay in the 31st century with Brainiac 5 and Chuck the Bouncing Boy.
Chuck? I forgot about that.
Chuck, yeah.
Oh my god.
And
that's such like, I don't know if it's Silver Age or what, but that's so old school. This whole episode is. Like that real kind of old school kind of sci-fi thing.
Yeah.
It's another Savage Time kind of thing. It's a bunch of references of stuff we don't know.
But I don't know. This was just a
This
waste of
episode was
time.
really forgettable. When this episode started, I was like, oh, I vaguely remember this. This is going to be baby mad. It turned out not to be that bad, but
It was borderline. I'll tell you that much.
Borderline.
It's. I can't even put it. I can't really describe why.
It's
just
like really forgettable.
Yeah, it's just kind of a waste of time. I didn't care about any of this. Like, Supergirl's gonna die.
It feels so off-brand. It feels really just off-brand. Even with having 3 normal characters there, it feels so disconnected from everything else.
Yeah.
It just feels too. I don't know.
So
I don't know what it is about it. Just those villains are so stupid looking. I'm sure somebody loves this, but
yeah, I just got
boy,
nothing
what the
out of it.
fuck? Like they didn't even they didn't even redesign him or anything, make him less stupid. Like no, his power's just bouncing.
It doesn't feel like they actually came up with an interesting story idea. They just came up with, let's reference this DC stuff we haven't referenced yet. Let's just throw this stuff in there. They travel in time randomly because it's the 31st century. They have time travel machines. Who cares? And chuck the bouncing boys there, and then Supergirl stays in the future, and that's enough for an episode, right? It's like, no, you need to like come up with something.
It's just chaos at the Earth's core again.
Yeah.
The only saving grace is the saving grace. Like Supergirl gets a little bit of a silly arc, and the relationship, like the romance thing, is super accelerated. Or I guess she is a teenager, so.
Yeah. So.
Oh god, I don't even know. Yeah. I think it's like, I think it's worse than Shadow of the Hawk, but it's slightly less boring than that one. So, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
Whatever. It doesn't matter. Nothing really matters.
Season 3, Episode 11, Ancient History. Or Shadow of the Hawk Part 2.
Yeah. Speaking of Shadow of the Hawk.
Yeah, so, Hawkman shows up, and we're just like, oh, great, this is this guy again.
They helped catch John DiMaggio as a ghost.
Oh, yeah.
I think is it John DiMaggio? No, it sounds like a dumbass if I'm wrong. Probably isn't actually.
I think that was a different. You're referencing.
No, I'm thinking. Yeah. No. Yeah.
I forget which one that was.
Gentleman Ghost, but.
Yeah, I don't know what that guy was, but he seems interesting.
We'll never see him again.
Yeah. Oh well. But yeah, they catch.
Oh, he's. No, I went down a rabbit hole here, but he's voiced by Robin Atkin Downs, so the fucking medic.
Hell yeah. So yeah, fucking James Remar is back, and he's like, I don't know. I don't remember. There's something where Vixen.
He's trying to help, and just Lantern's just like, you're a creep. Like, he didn't say it to his face, just like, yeah, thanks for the help.
Yeah.
Thanks for the help. You can always rely. Like, we took him down, didn't we, Lantern? He's like, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, it's no match for the two of us, eh, Green Lantern? He's like, yeah, alright. Fucking creep.
Yeah.
Same way for my ex-girlfriend, you fucking creep.
Yep. And then Vixen and Hot Girl are hanging out. They were just like working out and having a discussion, and I don't know, something. The foreshadowing.
There's a little line about I don't know, like they're talking about Lantern, just like, oh, and Tanagar, we would have poisoned your water, which I didn't realize at the time. There's like actually some little subtle foreshadowing.
Yeah. And then Vixen's hanging out with. I should really learn her name, but she's hanging out with Stewart.
Maury?
Maury, yeah. Maury's hanging out with Stewart at his apartment. They're about to do something, and then I don't know. She heads out and then notices the Shadow Thief.
She's like, who ate all the ice cream? The Killer Walk reference.
Oh, right. And yeah, and then she's about to leave, and then Shadow Thief shows up, and she's like, "That was weird." And then she turns around and then fucking charges in, and
I
Shadow
like
Thief.
that bit.
Yeah, yeah.
I like that bit. It's a nice like twist on the audio, just like, oh, we didn't see him, and then it's like, no, she did.
Yeah. So, oh wait, what is? Yeah, he gets away with Stewart, I think.
Yeah.
So they, yeah, Vixen and Hawkgirl have to go and find him, and then they find him at the museum or something. Yeah. And then Shadow Thief, they get in a fight, and then Shadow Thief is like, gets the upper hand, and then has Carter.
He wants a meeting between Lantern, Shaira, and Hawkman. They're the ones he wants. Like when Vixen gets involved, he's like, "Fuck off."
Yeah.
I'm not interested in you.
Yeah, she gets like knocked out or something. And so then he has this MacGuffin, and it's like, here, touch the backstory stone, and we'll play you a tale of betrayal.
We'll show you the thing we probably should have shown in that previous episode.
Yeah, so it's showing the Egypt stuff with the Hawk people, Thanagarians coming down and being like, hey, worship us, and the Egyptians like, yeah, and they're in love. Hawkwoman, Hawkman, and the Hawkman and Hawkwoman love each other very much. And then I don't know, some guy.
Uh-oh.
Yeah,
There's some human here.
There's not Stewart. It's
yeah.
Ancient Stewart, and he's just like, yeah, we did something. We have horses? I don't know. Him and Shair start hanging out. Shair, Hawkwoman.
I can't remember. Yeah, I can't remember the name.
Yeah. They start hanging out, and then they have an affair, and Hawkman finds out, and he's like, shit, that sucks. I wish...
He says, yeah.
What is it? Like, I wish they...
Yeah, I wish they were dead, and then not Krieger, the human, like, head priest or whatever. He is this. Like, okay.
Right.
I wish they were dead, and you're just like, okay, mission understood. So he poisons them. There's a shot with it, like, there's, like, spilt wine, and it's obviously, like, blood.
Yeah. And then Hawkman walks in on his dead fiancée, and he's upset, and then he drinks some of the wine, and then he dies too.
It goes all Romeo and Juliet on.
Yeah. And so yeah, that's that.
Shadow Thief, and Shadow Thief's just like, yeah, well, you're the reincarnations of those characters, and they're like, and you're like, he's not the Krieger type, is he? No, they say he's not. He's the split personality of Hawkman, which is what I meant before. Was like they didn't really seem to allude to that much in the previous episode, but here you learn that he's very personally connected to Hawkman, which is why I thought him just stealing shit was a bit weird.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Yeah.
That's what I meant before. He's just there to nick stuff. I was like, huh?
Yeah, and then I don't know.
So he's like split from him somehow for some reason. I don't know. I mean, they obviously you made a point though. They obviously foresaw this because he's voiced by James Remar.
Yeah.
They obviously had the connection planned, but they certainly didn't allude to it in his first appearance. I don't know. It's weird.
It's weird.
I could have done without all this.
And then Hawkman absorbs Shadow Thief and becomes one. It's like Morgan and Lilith. I don't know. I don't fucking know. It just happens, and then it's over. That whole plot line's done. I don't give a fuck.
And then it ends with Stuart confesses to Shira about meeting Warhawk in the future. And then Shira sits down with Batman and asks about the sun, which is a really nice ending. I can't wait to see where they take this.
Yeah.
Oh wait, what's that? Oh, they don't take it anywhere. That's literally the last we hear of it.
Yeah.
Fuck.
I said this in our bullet points. I think that's a really unsatisfying conclusion to that whole plot line. He just says, hey, by the way, we have a son in the future. And he's like, she's just like, what are you going to do about it? And he's just like, well, I'm not going to let fate tell me what to do, so I'm going to still be dating Maury. And then they're like, okay. And they just kind of accept that, and then that's it. So it's probably going to happen, I assume, but I don't know how it happens. We'll
We
never
don't
find
know
out.
because we'll never will.
Never
This isn't
find out.
some weird ass movie or something.
Yeah. So that was whatever.
That is 100% reliant on. I'm trying to be clear here. Like, I am not over when I say positive. Like, it doesn't mean like I'm overly keen on it. I'm just saying
Nah.
it's a positive. I kind of like the scene set in Egypt, but
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
it.
No, that's
Like,
yeah.
it's kind of neat, but no more.
I think
That still wasn't very good.
I agree with that, but I also think it is still offset by the fact this entire plot is terrible, and
Oh yeah.
I think what
No,
it
no, I'm not arguing that.
I think it just drags down one of the most prominent plot lines in the entirety of the Justice League DCAU shows is this, Stuart Chaira thing, and then it just adds a weird ass wrench that doesn't make any real sense or add anything to it, and then concludes it all by just kind of being like, yeah, we're just gonna just say out loud, by the way, this is what happens,
Yeah,
and
yeah, no, it
then
sucks.
yeah, so we wrote low C. I don't know if I even want to push for it lower because again, I just think it kind of hurts more than it does anything else. It isn't
I'd be fine
entertaining.
with it being at the very bottom of C.
Sure. I,
And that's entirely because of the Egypt scene, and that's it.
yeah, yeah.
I kind of like Maury, like, going back into the apartment, that's about it. That's it.
Yeah, that's it. Oh boy. Season 3, episode 12. Alive! This episode is about...
It's the title.
That's the title. It's,
Should have called it Villains Civil War.
yeah, you remember how heroes fight each other sometimes? Well, we did it. But the villains are fighting each other. They're on teams. They're Team Grodd and Team Lex. Who's on whose team? I don't fucking know.
It's very hard to keep track.
Yeah, there's just a bunch of villains fighting each other. Like, they turned the base into a spaceship and then fly off to go find, they're gonna, like, hoover up the fucking pieces of Brainiac and put them back together. And,
Yep, basically, yeah, and then Telda's, like, getting, like, sick of his shit, so she frees Grodd.
yeah.
And then they fight.
Yeah.
We've just covered a lot of the plot with very few words, but that's kind of it.
I mean, there's a lot of fun stuff with the villains fighting, but again, it's just they're fighting, and I don't know who's on whose side, and I don't have a reason to side with either of the villains because they all suck.
I do like the bit with the Grodd. Why is my headquarters moving? We both thought, why is my secret layer going into outer space? Why?
Yeah.
It's not bad. Like the one highlight I'd say is like Killer Frost decides to like pick on Toyman because I think she very understandably thinks he's a creep. She's not wrong, but then he like beats her with a yo-yo. Like that's kind of cool. Like you think, oh yeah, she's got the upper hand, and then he just knocks her out with a yo-yo. Like that's a good moment.
I'm starting to realize they like Killer Frost a lot for like she didn't get like a dedicated episode or anything, but she's in like a lot of this show.
She has a lot of lines, yeah.
Yeah, I think they like her, but they couldn't actually write an episode about her because she's too small. So
Yeah.
but that and like
Who's she the antagonist of anyway?
I know her as being in that fucking Assault on Arkham show. So I actually movie.
No.
What is Caitlin Snow?
It just says Justice League.
Yeah.
Oh no, it says she joins the Justice League. What the fuck? I'm not getting a simple answer here. Firestorm. We'll just go with that.
Sure. First appearance
Makes
in the
sense.
Firestorm. Okay, sure. Yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah. But Yeah, that's really at the most of the episode. There's some good stuff with like versus Grodd, some
I
entertaining
like that.
stuff.
Like Luthor has a mystical MacGuffin to counter Tala,
Yeah. Oh
which
yeah,
isn't completely
Italian.
unprecedented because he has counters for everyone. Like they set up that up in the previous episode.
Oh yeah, yeah,
I do like the dialogue between Luthor and Grodd. It's pretty good.
yeah.
And the trap Luthor lays is just waiting for Grodd to use his mind control powers. Like kind of baits him into it, and it just bounces back at him, and then Luthor's mind controlling Grodd. That's a pretty cool scene. He just tells him to go in an airlock. You
Oh
just see he's
yeah.
really fighting. It's like I really don't want to do that. Get in the airlock. It's like oh, and then he turns off the mind control just so he can savor it before he open opens the airlock. And he also gives like "I'll be back" thing, and just like the show's getting cancelled, so no, you're
Oops.
probably dead. You might
Yeah.
as well be dead. I
The
didn't notice, but after he headbutts Killer Frost, Toyman retains that crack in his head.
oh, interesting.
Oh, the other memorable moment with Killer Frost is that, like, one side's won, I guess. And, like, I think Killer Frost is on, like, the losing side. It's like, and Luther's just like, give me a reason why I, should let you live. And Killer Frost just freezes all of them. And Luther's just like, you've got a future, get rid of them. That's a good moment.
Yeah, yeah. There's some good bits in this. It's otherwise kind of filler in that it is just a lot of fighting, but there are a lot of good lines, so it gets
Yeah,
by on
the
that.
worst part is that it's really hard to tell whose side it's on
Yeah, yeah.
whose.
There's just stuff's happening. But the ending is pretty interesting. So they get to the place in Twilight that exploded, like the Brainiac's asteroid planet that's shaped like his head or whatever. And they're like, all right, so they got Tala like strapped to some device that basically forces her to,
These are mystical powers to
yeah,
as a conduit.
yeah, to pull in all
Bring back Brainiac.
get all the Brainiac bits back together and bring them back. And in her last
Well,
effort,
Luthor time stops for a moment, and they get visited by some guy who claims to be a scientist called Metron, and he's just like, Luthor, you're gonna regret this. And he's just like, shut up, don't tell me what to do. I'm like,
yeah,
all right, okay, I warned you. Bye. Doesn't really
yeah.
amount to much. I guess that's somebody likes seeing Metron there. I don't know.
I mean, it's kind of a
Like,
setup
oh
for
shit, it's Metron! Wow.
the next episode, I guess, but it's
Hmm.
it's weird. But yeah, so yeah, she's like, all right, fine, and then she takes the body of the person who expired in that explosion, and it's not Brainiac, it's Darkseid. She brings back Darkseid, and Darkseid's like, all right,
It's a really, there's a really good crush zoom on Lex's face. It's like, oh, like meet your new Lord and Master, and then he realizes he was just like, oh, that's not Brainiac.
you're not Brainiac. So
Uh,
yeah, I'm seeing
That's
it.
just like, yeah, oh, thanks for that. For that, I'm just gonna give you a swift death.
All
So,
right.
boom.
So yeah, the whole base explodes out in space, where they're probably not going to do too well out there. And Darkseid's like, all right, time to go kill Superman. Or yeah,
Yeah.
he goes back
He
to
goes back to
Apocalypse.
Apocalypse where they're having a civil war.
Right, right.
Another different civil war.
Yeah. And then Darkseid's like, all right, we're going to invade Earth. I mean, me and a bunch of minions are going to invade Earth. All the notable
You're
characters you
not.
stay behind.
Yeah, that's something I didn't realize is like, well, after we finished watching the last episode, like, where were they?
Yeah, yeah. You see a bunch of cameos here, including Wunderbar, but no, they don't show up past this
Couldn't bring him
episode.
to Earth, he's too powerful.
Yes.
He would have been the Superman. Got this really, like, in the dogs there, we got this really elongated shot of, I think she's one of the Furies,
Oh,
but I don't know, it just really draws in the face.
Like, yeah, 3 shots in a row on the website. It's just
Yeah,
her, just in the corner, frozen like that.
like a watermark.
So we wrote low B.
Oh yeah, and Lex shows up at the league and asks for help.
Is that this episode? Because
Yeah,
it
like
does
the
happen.
literal end.
Oh yeah, okay. But yeah, they make it out and they're like, hey, I got a thing for you. So we wrote low B. Meh.
Let me think. Better than, I would say it's better than Initiation. I would say it's better than Fearful Symmetry. Probably better than the Balance. Yeah, maybe between Fearful Symmetry and the Balance. Like, the Balance isn't like particularly great, but it's got a bit more actual story to it. This one is just a lot of fighting, and then some interesting stuff happens at the absolute tail end.
Yeah. Alright, and we go on to the
This is it.
very last episode.
Oh,
Season 3, Episode 13,
Need it.
Destroyer. I don't know why it's called that.
If I'm ever confused by a name, I'll just assume comic reference.
Yeah, good point. So, yeah, it turns out Lex's crew, all the villains on the ship, they were saved by the pervert. Or no, yeah, I think, it was like Sinestro and Star Sapphire, like the ones who have, like, the super energy, the very Green Lantern-esque energy they can...
They have, like, a life support bubble, yeah.
Yeah, but then, yeah, the pervert shows up and is just like, he just foolishly helped them out, so...
They beat him up and steal his boom tube.
Yeah.
The thing that makes boom tubes.
Yep, and then, so they head back to Earth, and they're like, alright, so, Darkseid's coming with his army. You're gonna need our help. And...
Yeah, and they're like, oh, Darkseid's coming, like, let's lock up the bad guys, and one of... I think it's like Atomic Skull or Giant Canch is just like, yeah, you probably don't want 2 fights on your hands, and like, yeah, that kind of makes sense. I mean, it's like, I think Atomic Skull says it's our Earth too, which is fair enough.
Yeah.
You know, they're gonna watch the Earth get destroyed just because they're criminals, you know. So, I guess the gimmick of this episode is that we've got heroes and villains fighting alongside each other. Woo.
Yep. It is a boatload of random people fighting these, like, minions. Again.
The parademons.
Yeah.
No, lieutenants, just literally just the mooks. I don't know where the other ones are, but I don't know where Calibec and the other ones that can fight are.
Yeah,
it's just Darkseid and the minions, which feels like a waste.
Yeah, there's a lot of fun scenes, I guess. There's like all the Ditko characters are fighting in the same scene, which is a fun reference that we got. There's a Captain America reference for some weird reason.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely is, but I don't know why it's there.
Yeah, I don't. There's some guy who has a very Captain America-esque outfit, throws a shield. It's like...
Yeah, decapitates one of the parademons.
Yeah.
Hawkman's there. Don't worry, everyone. Hawkman's here. How we established him.
Oh, right, yeah. So, Jean shows up again. And this is where I was like, oh, right. He was gone. I forgot. Yeah, some guy...
Yeah, like, they're on the Great Wall of China.
Yeah.
And there's just like this elderly couple there, and the man says, oh, I've got to help, and she's just like, yeah, be careful. And Wonder Woman's just like, understandably like, stay back. And then he just starts taking out these parodies, punching the shit out of them. Wonder Woman's like, what? Wait, what? And then he transforms, and it's Jean.
I genuinely thought it was the Black Hulk guy from the first episode of the season. I was like...
he got power though.
I was like, wait, what the fuck is he? Oh, it's Jean. Okay.
I've been in the hyperbolic time chamber.
I genuinely forgot Jean was gone. So whenever he showed up again, I was like, oh, okay. Yeah, so the whole payoff for that, him leaving, is that he has a girlfriend now.
Sure.
That's like, there's like a single line, like there's that scene, which is really
He
brief.
says, I've got a lot to tell you. He never
Yeah.
does.
And then they have...
It's real spread thin. You like this... Like, so not epilogue, the, what's the one with, was it United We Fall? Is that the one with Brainy Luthor?
Yeah, yeah.
That one was pretty good about giving everyone equal screen time. Obviously, some got more than others. Like Superman was more prominent, the Flash was more prominent. But it was pretty good about getting everyone covered. This one, no, not really. Like, it's spread way too thin. The focus is on Batman, Lex, and Batman.
Batman, Lex, and
Batman's
Batman?
just kind of there. Batman, Lex, sorry.
Superman.
Superman. So,
Yeah.
I'm getting tired. It's been a long road to get here.
Yeah.
They got Bruce Wayne, Terry McGinnis with Lex Luthor.
Might as well with how many fucking people are in this episode. But
yeah,
there's like one line at the end where Jean's on the phone saying like something like "I'll be there, I love you," and then Flash overhears that and he's just like, "This is a bizarre world we live in."
Yeah.
And he's like, "Everything's upside down," because Jean's, I don't know, he has a girlfriend now. Or a wife or something. Anyway.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah,
it's also like Batman giving them a head start, I think he was referencing, or being alongside the villains or something.
Yeah.
But the main chunk of this episode is the trio of Batman, and Lex fighting Darkseid at the Daily Planet. It's alright. It's kind of strikes me a little bit weird that Lex is on equal footing with Superman. I mean, like Batman to a certain extent, but like he's just a guy with two guns.
Yeah.
But I kind of dig it. I don't know. I kind of like seeing the villain working alongside Batman mainly. Superman's kind of busy fighting Darkseid. I do like the bit where Lex offers Batman a gun.
Oh,
and he's just like, no thanks. I'm trying to get over my trauma from killing Devil Ray.
Right. There's a lot of like Superman being all like, "Hey man, now I can really unload because normally I have to hold back so I don't severely injure people, but you can take it, so I can go all out." And then he gets hit with the fucking sickness. He's down with the sickness suddenly, and then Superman just...
The agony matrix.
Yeah, and Superman suddenly...
Just explain that one note. Explain what the fuck that's about, the agony matrix.
Yeah. So he gets... Basically, he gets defeated. He's just out. So it's up for Metron to take Lex to the wall of...
Thought wall.
Yeah, the wall of the universe where Galactus is hanging out. And then he's just like, here's the life cycle or whatever.
The anti-life equation.
The anti-life
life cycle that man is responsible to.
Yes. And then Lex shows up in a business suit and is just like, "Hey, Darkseid."
I do like that touch. I mean, they didn't have to do that because I had to get my power suit.
Oh, yeah.
I kind of like him going out as classic Lex, I don't know.
Yeah, that's
detail.
That's alright. And then he's like, here it is. Here's the anti-life equation. And Darkseid's like, "Oh, the anti-life equation. Ah!" And then he grabs it and they disappear. I don't know what the fuck happened, but they're gone now.
I guess the point is that Lex was willing to sacrifice himself to save the world. Although knowing Lex is probably more like one fuck you to Darkseid.
Yeah. So.
And that's it. It's not like super abrupt, but kind of like, oh, alright, because that was it. And everyone's left standing around, and because this is just one episode, there is really not a lot of time to digest this. This should have been like a 3-parter, probably. Like, it is super rushed. Because everyone's just gets like 1 or 2 lines to address what's happened. Like, Lex saved the world, and like, that's it. Like, okay, acknowledge that. There's that line you mentioned of Jean, who's married now. Flash has to say something, and then they're like, oh, and the adventure continues. And then you just get, like, everyone running towards the camera, and then the last person to be seen is appropriately Batman, which is not as appropriate as that ending shot of Epilogue, but it's something, I guess.
It's something. I
The last
guess.
character we see is Batman.
I guess Epilogue takes place in the future, so technically that caps everything off. If you.
I mean, you could choose to watch this chronologically, I suppose, and then you'll still get that satisfying conclusion, I guess.
Yeah.
Oh no, the last episode would be Far From Home.
Oops. Oopsies. No, it's time travel. That doesn't
That'd
count.
be
It's
weird.
fine. It's fine. So,
Oh, you have to watch, like, Savage Time. Would be one of the earlier ones you watch. That,
get that out of the
Jonah
way.
Hex. Yeah. Anyway.
Alright, so,
Let's say we finished.
yeah, we gotta rank this one. We wrote low B. It's a note to end on, I guess.
Let's probably say mid B.
Yeah.
It's just, it's disappointing as a finale, but it's not, like, particularly bad.
No.
It's not disappointing.
Yeah,
that's fine there. He's got beaten by Booster Gold.
It was a greater story. We just never told it.
Yeah.
So, I mean, for how much of
That's
a
it.
fucking wet fart of a season that was, we didn't at least put any baby mads down. That
Yeah.
still managed to put the
That's the
worst
best thing we can
episode
say.
in season 1. But, yeah, no, we didn't put anything below a B in season 2. We didn't put anything above a B in season 3. That was...
This season shouldn't have been.
No.
I kind of get that, not to defend them, I kind of get the frustration. Because I saw the behind the scenes thing, and they were talking about Cadmus, and then they were just like, oh, we've got another season. Oh, like, Bruce, I think it was Bruce Taylor, just like, oh no.
Yeah.
Like, we don't know what to do now.
No.
It feels very fillery. That's the best thing I can say. It feels like filler.
Yeah.
Just-
Yeah.
They shouldn't exist. Like, they were just padding it out. They used up all their best ideas. There's some alright ones in there, like brain swapping, and I like Dead Man, and the Secret Society could have been great, but
That was very underutilized. Like,
yeah, the first half was like the mystery of it, and villains getting their minds wiped whenever they try to investigate it, and then then next takes over, and then just kind of fizzles out.
it's a lot of it is barely referencing it. Like, you know, Metallo is just a very small part of that episode, like him being interrogated or whatever. That's all you get in terms of furthering that plot. So it's just it's like it's sprinkled in here and there, and then the ultimate conclusion is just it's a lot of villains fighting, and then Darkseid's back because we can't let someone stay dead. That would be stupid.
No, I mean I think normally that would annoy me, but I think they built him up, like the effort of bringing him back up enough. It made sense. It wasn't just like someone snapped their fingers and he came back.
No, I would think that was an interesting, like the Tala betraying them to bring him back instead is a good bit. But
Yeah.
I also think there's something kind of weak about, like, your main threat for this season is just, oh, we brought back the guy we killed off. Because
And he only has like 1 and a bit episodes to really just make his to get that across.
Yeah.
You know. You just that's a lot of time. This whole thing feels incredibly rushed, including Darkseid is our like super finale villain, and we haven't seen him for ages. So we have to like quickly remind ourselves who he even is.
Yeah.
I mean, he's good in this. Like Michael Ironside gives a good performance. He has a lot of good dialogue, but yeah.
No, it's
Yeah.
the best we got out of it was just a completely unrelated episode. Was the Flash episode where it's just it's a Flash show in one episode. It's really good, but like
The 2 best episodes involve Flash.
yeah, which is I feel like that's
I mean, the whole
saying a
season
lot.
feels a bit more How do I put this? Like a bit more casual. Like it's not as serious as the custom stuff. Like the main villains are also pretty silly. Like tradition. I mean, they do the Super Friends like swamp layer thing.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, like this. Maybe this season's not really to be taken that seriously, but again, coming after Cadmus, whoops.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I don't know.
It,
I feel like they were trying too hard to come up with something new. Like they're constantly trying to introduce new characters or characters that we haven't had dedicated episodes for. Like instead of just, I don't know, just coming up with the plot with the story that they have, with the characters they have. They're like, no, let's throw in more sprinkles of DC characters we haven't talked about yet. Here's Stargirl. Here's Brainiac 5, and instead of just...
they were just out of ideas.
Yeah, they're just writing stuff.
The Secret Society was something, but yeah.
It was something, but it could have been a lot more.
Yeah.
So,
that's it. Like that's the whole entire. That's not just that show. That's everything.
Yeah, that's our DCAU tier list retrospective thing.
Of the ones with Batman in.
Of the ones with Batman in it, because we didn't do the Superman show. But
No.
That's a very sour note to end this on. But other than that, man, I had a lot of fun doing this.
Yeah. Oh, it's definitely still one of the best like superhero adaptations, not just for like animation, but just in general. Like, it's...
Oh yeah.
I mean, I feel weird saying this after what we just watched, but it's still like it's still alright. It's still worth seeing. Like the whole DCAU. If you like comic books, but can't really get into comics, it's a good avenue for superhero stuff. It's like serial. They got progressively more serialized. Yeah, it's just entertaining. The all started with a humble. I mean, not that humble, but Batman the Animated Series.
Yeah,
It's just interesting to see how it evolved over time. I mean, we've done like just over like 10 years of programming in one. It's taken us 1 year to cover 10.
Yeah, so. Yeah. And there was a lot of really good stuff there. And then there was season 3 of Justice League Unlimited, the new Batman Adventures, most of Batman Beyond.
Well, I guess I can't argue that. It was kind of most.
Yeah, unfortunate, but
yeah, we got some good jokes out of it at the very least.
Yeah. But no, there's some really amazing stuff. There's season 2 of Unlimited. There's season 1 of Batman Beyond. There's like half of Batman the Animated Series.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Cool.
All right. So now we're moving on to something else.
Yeah, something else.
We're done with DC. I never want to talk about DC ever again.
If I see Superman, Batman, I'm gonna be sick.
If I see Superman and Batman, oh man, the heads are gonna roll.
Even if I hear Superman even be mentioned in anything, I'll be furious.
You're not Superman, you know.